HI3D AI tutorial, turn any photo into a 3D model for free. Now, taking a flat photo and turning it into a real exportable three-dimensional photo that you can rotate, inspect, modify, 3D print, or drop into a game engine, that used to actually require either expensive photogrammetry equipment or something even more feature packed and something more, into 3D modeling skills. Now, HI3D has made the entire process free and so much faster, and you don't need any modeling experience or specialized hardware to use it. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the complete workflow from choosing the right source photo through generation, through editing, through export in exactly the right format for whatever you plan to do with the result. Now, HI3D is going to generate 3D models using what's called a normal bridging technology. That is a technique for reconstructing accurate 3D geometry from flat images by analyzing the surface normal information embedded in shading, texture, and lighting patterns in the photo. Now, the underlying research framework that HI3D Gen is specifically designed to produce high fidelity geometry with fine grained surface detail, not just a rough silhouette shape that vaguely resembles the photo. Now, the practical result of this approach is that HI3D produces models with accurate geometry that captures fine surface detail, texture relief, edge sharpness, surface curvature, rather than smooth, approximated shapes that need significant manual refinement to be useful for serious applications. Now, at the high end of its resolution settings, you're looking at up to 2 million polygon faces at 1536 cubic resolution, well above what most comparable free tools are going to offer and sufficient for demanding applications like 3D printing with fine detail for high resolution game assets. Now, understanding the range of use cases are going to help you make smarter decisions throughout the workflow, specifically around different resolutions and different resolutional settings. Now, polygon density and export format, all of which should be calibrated for your actual end, use rather than defaulted to maximum everywhere. Now, of course, for 3D printing, you're exporting STL, importing into your slicer software, and your main concern is geometric accuracy and clean manifold geometry. A watertight mesh with no holes or errors that would cause slicing problems. So to start things off, we're going to come to HI3D and simply go ahead and continue with any account of ours. You could use any other email that you could have, or you could simply go ahead with the recurring Gmail that you have. It's pretty simple and it's pretty straightforward. Now, of course, once you've done that, you're going to simply click on continue and it's going to take you through the few onboarding steps. Okay. And of course, once it does that, what it does is it brings you right here where it's going to give you an offer that you can, claim if you want to. And once you've done that, of course, I'm going to skip these steps for now. And we're simply going to click on create and get straight into the dashboard. Now over here, as you can see, here is your dashboard right in front of you, where you can see all the different settings like text to image, 3D generation, stylized texture on the left hand side. You can also go to explore and see the different designs that people have created. And of course, those designs are going to be different 3D models. And here are going to be your assets where you're going to find your very own models and designs. Pretty straightforward and pretty simple. Now, of course, understanding this takes a few seconds because it is not that complicated. It is pretty straightforward. The general, idea of the interface is pretty simple. Okay, it's right there. And as you can see over here, you can generate 3D models for yourself as you want to. It could be for game assets where you're exporting FBX or GLB, importing things into Unity, Unreal, Godot, or even your engine of choice. And your main concern is the polygon count. Now, games need relatively low polygon meshes. And of course, that is something that is not very well, reversed or pronounced. And for architectural visualization or product rendering, you're exporting OBJ or FBX, importing into Blender, Cinema 4D, Keyshot, or similar. Now for social or web use, you're probably using GLB for web embedded 3D or keeping polygon counts moderate for performance. Now, of course, when you're over here to start generating, you can simply go over to anything like 3D generation or text to image. And for 3D generation, of course, you're going to need a model. So let's start off with text to image. And text to image, you can see different models over here. Now the free model is obviously the seed runner model that is provided to us by the people at HI3D. You can use GPT or Nano Banana, but that is paid, so we're going to skip that. Now over here, it's going to ask us for a reference image that you can give it to, that it obviously uses as a reference for its output. But of course, if you don't want to do that, you can simply skip that step and write in a strong prompt. So let's say I'm going to write in, let's say, model of a, let's go with something pretty simple and straightforward. Okay, let's not go too deep. And I'm going to go with a model of a statue, slipper lying with wings. Okay, and let's make it, let's give it some integrational lighting and everything. So high detailed, and you can go ahead and write high resolution and simply go with vibrant colors. Okay, and let's go with HD. Now, once you've done that, you're going to choose your aspect ratio. You can choose the styles that you want to go with. So I'm going to go with stone sculpture, and I'm going to simply hit generate. Now, once we do that, as you can see, the credits have been used in the top right, and right in front of us, the design has started creating. Okay, pretty simple and pretty straightforward. It goes on and on with the general design aesthetic, and you're simply going to wait for it. It shouldn't take a lot of time. It takes a matter of a few seconds, so simply go ahead and wait through it. Now over here, you can see the design is right in front of us, and look at that. That looks absolutely flawless. Everything is in place. It didn't really follow the prompt exactly the way I told it to, but, it has given it the proper generation. So what we're going to do from here is I'm simply going to hit upload from local on 3D generation, and you can literally upload any image that you want to modelize. Okay. So just choose any of these images that you want to make into a model. Like, let's say I have this image of a man suited and booted, and I want this to be my 3D model. Okay. And of course, to create this, what you're going to do is you're going to choose that specific image for yourself. Now, of course, once that image is uploaded, you're simply going to ask it to generate it into a model. Before that, you can tweak the settings. So model type, you want it to be fast or quality. You can also choose the different AI models that use it. And of course, once you have gone through with all of this and worked your way through it, hit generate, and it's going to start generating your 3D model. And of course, this takes a little time because creating a 3D model from all angles with the correct lighting and everything does take time. And of course, it is going to create those modeling files for you. So simply wait for things to happen. And once the export is done, you're good to go. So start with a right source photo, plain background, even lighting, and sharp focus with full subject visible. You can decide on single image or multiple views based on whether you need all-around accuracy or set texture to geometry quality. So that is pretty much about it for this video. Thank you for watching all the way till the end, and I'll see all of you next time. Have a great day. Goodbye.